Hello and welcome to week 3 of PSPA 303, our state and local government course. Week 3 gets into modules 5 and 6, which are elections and parties. And, the content in the lectures is available in the folders, as you know. Um, as has happened in the past, the lecturer, he discusses some topics that are not in the textbook. However, the material that he presents on, as a subject matter expert, he does a great job covering this content. And these are things that you need to be familiar with ahead of the discussion boards, the writing assignments, and the tests, quizzes. So, some great content in there. And just want to, kind of share some of my perspective on the material. We, we are, engaging in election season. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is an election day, and it's important to understand the nature of the way the system is organized, and that's what the chapter gets into. The lecturer, he shares some of his perspectives and touches on some things from the book, but I think the most important thing to take away is that you want to be familiar and build your confidence in not necessarily making yourself an expert, but when we don't know, when we're not familiar, it seems to be overwhelming sometimes, and we are turned off. Um, so people built this whole system, and it's important for us to understand it so we can engage it the way we want to. Um, I think being informed is important, and it talks about the breakdown of different types of elections and things that we will see come election time. Depending on where you're voting, you will probably have some specific items, initiatives, or ballot measures on your election. Depending on where you're registered, and it's important for you to understand how all of that comes to be. So that's an important part of the election piece. I see you, and then the parties conversation is really important. Okay, baby, have a seat. Have a seat, big girl. That's my baby girl River. Um, in terms of parties, I've shared what I do for a living. I work at the state level, um, and I am a practitioner. I'm an administrator. I'm not a politician. So I'm I would say, I appreciate not having to interact with the political nature of the social system that we all participate in. And I appreciated how, the lecture broke down like the mass versus cadre piece, how it's all organized, and how interest groups are still very integral, at all levels of this stuff. And I just feel that we as individuals, as families, as members of our communities, we need to really just familiarize ourselves with our interests, um, so that we're not influenced, you know, without our knowledge, so that we have a handle on how we want to participate. We need to have a strong understanding of our own interests instead of interest groups trying to teach us what we're supposed to be interested in. So that's the power of having the knowledge of for yourself. We need to know what we're interested in, even if it's just your diet, even if it's your the services that you receive as a citizen, the way that businesses are zoned and organized in your community, where things can be located, education, whether it be post-secondary, we're all at NIU right now. um, Whatever you're interested in, you need to know what your interests are so you can engage the system to advance your own interests, as opposed to, now this is me editorializing, this is not related to the coursework, but given what we're reading right now and covering elections and parties, interest groups, in mass versus cadre, um, we want we as individuals want to know what we're interested in so we can be more strategic and impactful as we're moving about the system. So I'm a practitioner. I work to advance. Thank you very much, baby. I work to advance goals and strategies related to economic development throughout the state. And in doing so, I'm constantly connecting with citizens and business development organizations to understand what their interests are so I can be a resource to them. At the same time, trying to incorporate best practices. Um, these are just my perspectives and my thoughts. You know, I'm excited to see group discussions as usual, writing assignments. Continue to do, continue to show that effort. That's very important to me because you're getting more out of it when you put more effort into it, and it's easier for all of us that way. Um, and the lecturer mentioned at the end of his one of his videos, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Same is true for me. Me and my baby girl River. Say hello, River.
Hi.
River, how old are you? 3.
On my birthday.
On your birthday. So we're gonna get into our work day, and you guys have a great day.